Let me ask you something. Were you ever told that buying a house is the smartest thing you can do with your money? That renting is just throwing money away? That home ownership is the path to building real wealth? Yeah, so is everybody else. And that belief is quietly making millions of ordinary people poorer every single decade of their lives. Today, I am going to show you exactly why, and more importantly, what to do instead. Let us start with the myth. From the moment you get your first job, somebody tells you the plan. Work hard, save up, buy a house, build equity, retire comfortable. It sounds logical, it sounds responsible, it sounds like the right thing to do. But here is what nobody tells you. That plan was not designed for your benefit. It was designed for the benefit of banks, mortgage lenders, real estate agents, insurance companies, and every other industry that profits every single time an ordinary person signs a 30-year mortgage. Think about that. 30 years. If you buy a house at 30 years old, you are signing a contract that controls your finances until you are 60. Most people never stop to question whether that is actually a good deal for them. They just do it because everyone else is doing it. Now, let us talk about the hidden costs, because this is where the myth completely falls apart. Let us say you buy a house for $300,000. Your bank says, congratulations, your monthly mortgage payment is $1,500. Sounds manageable, right? Wrong. Here is what they do not put on the brochure. Property taxes. In most places, that's anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000 per year on top of your mortgage. That's another $500 per month minimum, just gone. Home insurance, add another $100 to $200 per month. Maintenance and repairs. Every financial expert agrees you should budget at least 1% of your home's value per year for repairs. On a $300,000 house, that's $3,000 per year, $250 per month. And that's if nothing major breaks. The moment your roof needs replacing or your boiler dies, you are looking at $5,000 to $15,000 out of pocket overnight. OHA fees if you're in a managed community, another $200 to $400 per month in many areas. Now, add it all up. Your $1,500 mortgage just became $2,500 to $3,000 per month in real costs. And you have not even started building meaningful equity yet, because for the first 10 years of a 30-year mortgage, the majority of every payment goes straight to the bank as interest, not into your ownership of the home. That is not an investment, that is a liability disguised as an asset. Now, here is the system trap, and this is the part that should make you angry. Banks are not in the business of helping you build wealth. Banks are in the business of making money from your debt, and a 30-year mortgage is the single most profitable product a bank has ever invented. Here is how it works. You borrow $300,000 to buy a house. Over 30 years at a standard interest rate, you will pay back approximately $500,000 to $550,000 total. That means you paid $200,000 to $250,000 in pure interest. Money that builds zero equity, creates zero wealth, and goes entirely into the bank's pocket. $250,000 gone just for the privilege of borrowing money. And here is the trap inside the trap. Because house prices go up over time, people look at their home value after 20 years and say, look, my house is worth $500,000 now. I made money. But they never subtract the $250,000 in interest they paid. They never subtract the $60,000 in property taxes. They never subtract the $40,000 in maintenance and repairs. When you run the actual numbers, the real return on most homes over 30 years is far lower than simply investing that same money into an index fund. The bank knew that the whole time. You just were not supposed to find out. So what do you do instead? First, stop treating home ownership as automatically the right move. It might be right for you eventually, but it should be a deliberate financial decision based on your actual numbers, not a social obligation you follow because everyone else is doing it. Second, if you are renting right now, stop feeling ashamed about it. Renting gives you flexibility. It gives you zero maintenance costs. It gives you the freedom to move for a better job or opportunity without being locked into a 30-year contract. And it gives you the ability to invest the difference.
That last point is the most important one. The money you are not putting into a mortgage down payment and monthly costs, invest it. Put it into an index fund. Let compound interest work for you instead of against you. Over 20 to 30 years, a disciplined renter who invests consistently will often end up wealthier than a homeowner who poured everything into a mortgage. Third, if you do want to buy a house eventually, do it on your terms. Save aggressively. Put down at least 20% to avoid PMI. Buy below your means, not at the maximum the bank will lend you. And never let a bank or a real estate agent rush you into the biggest financial decision of your life. The dream of homeownership was sold to you as the path to wealth. But for millions of ordinary people, it has become the reason they cannot retire. cannot invest, and cannot get ahead no matter how hard they work. You deserve better than a 30-year debt sentence dressed up as the American dream. Now you know the truth. The question is, what are you going to do with it?